All right, guys. So I think that enough time has passed for us to go ahead and call it. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, what a time to be alive. And when I say that, I'm referring to this beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And when I say that for something that's been brewing for damn near a decade, it's just I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I just wanna salute them because like they did not disappoint. Now, why am I calling this beef? Because we don't know if there's probably more songs. We don't know if there's probably more to come. But what we do know is based off of the last records that were dropped. They Not Like Us. Not just that, but we also have the Heart Part 6. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I was thoroughly disappointed with the Heart Part 6. The reason why I was disappointed with the Heart Part 6 was because basically it felt like Drake was basically taking his ball and going home. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like Drake was basically saying that, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't have time for this anymore. And to be honest, I think that's whack because you were talking all that stuff, buddy. You were talking all that stuff. You talked all that mess, and now that you it's not going the way that you wanted to, now that your normal tactics aren't working, now that you can't dance and pop song your way out of this situation and this kerfuffle you've gotten yourself into, now it's just now you want to get all serious and now you want to get all emotional, and it's like Drake, what he did on the Hard Part 6, specifically at the end, is exactly why, or exactly the reason why I believe that their initial problems kicked off the way it did in the first place. If you don't know what I'm referring to, it's the fact that Drake is overly sensitive, and the fact that or his reaction to the control verse that happened a while ago. So I'm just saying, like, let's just be real. Let's just be real. Regardless of whether these allegations that they're throwing back and forth to each other, you have to salute the way that Kendrick Lamar has been strategically going about dismantling Drake and his career. And when I say that, I mean just from attacking his fatherhood, attacking his character, attacking the fact that he's not really like what he portrays himself to be. Not just that. Now, I mean, he's calling this man. He's calling this man. He's saying this man likes kids. You know what I mean? All this kind of stuff. Like, it's he basically called Drake. He was calling Drake Epstein. So that's Kendrick's side. Then you got Drake, who's calling him short, trying to sun him. Trying to basically say that his music put people to sleep. That's another thing. Brick, you know what I mean? But also, he said that he beat his wife. Okay. Say he make jokes about him being molested. Okay. But at the end of the day, listen to that song. It was a concession. Maybe a concession is the wrong word to use. But what I hear is not somebody who really has it to go, to really go at it with somebody. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But I think that if keeping it on the music, right? Keep the music and the impact on the culture, right? I'm putting let's go down the list of songs, right? So I'm not gonna count Like That as a diss, right? The reason why I'm saying that is because guess what? The line that everybody is saying, the whole big three thing, I don't believe that was a shot. I believe that was just him stating what he believes, right? So, like that comes out, right? They throw their shots, throw their shots, right? You got Cole coming in with, drop that album or EP or whatever you want to call it, mixtape, whatever you want to call it. He dropped that 7-minute drill thing, apologize or whatever, got out the way. No knock to Cole. I salute you, brother. Wise decision. Okay. Drake comes with push-ups, right? So I'm gonna call push-ups the official start of this interaction. And the reason I'm saying that is because taking shots are just taking shots. Drake took the time to address what this man said. That kicked off this problem. And I'm not talking about their issue. I'm talking about it kicked off the music beef. The music beef. Drake drops push-ups, right? Push-ups is catchy, right? Push-ups, it's funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's funny, okay? The last one brick, it really ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's catchy. Okay, funny. Okay, point to Drake, right? Point to Drake. And what you're gonna notice about this situation is that in this situation, up until certain points, there are no misses on either side. And I'm just gonna spoil that right now. So, push-ups, Drake, right? Push-ups, Drake, 1 point. Then he drops Tailor Made. I don't really like Tailor Made, okay? I just think it was corny. I get what he was trying to do, but yeah, I don't think that was a wise decision. I'm just gonna be honest, right? So right now we have two Drake. Drake is 1 for 2. He's 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Kendrick drops Euphoria. Oh my God. You don't know nothing about that. Euphoria. Hit. Okay. So now what we have now is we have Drake at 1, Kendrick 1. 3 songs in. Drake 1, Kendrick 1. Then Kendrick dropped 616 in Toronto or whatever that song was called, right? Or whatever the song was called. Compton, 616 in Compton, whatever the song was called. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm not looking it up right now. Okay? That song was cool. It wasn't Euphoria to me, but I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. So I don't think that song was a miss, right? I just don't. So right now, 4 songs in, score is 1-2. 2-1. So now Drake drops Family Matters. Whoo! Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Family Matters, overall, you scored, Drake. You scored. Okay? So now the score is 2-2. 20 minutes later, oh my God, 20, 30 minutes later, Kendrick drops Meet the Grams. Oh my God. Just anything that Family Matters would have done was just completely stumped out. Meet the Grams comes out. The very next day, Not Like Us comes out. See that score? What are you gonna do, Drake? Now, The Heart Part 6 comes out, right? I'm gonna give that song. I'm conflicted on this because the song is not bad. The song is hard. Okay, it's cool, right? But like I said, It was a concession song. It was a white flag in my book. In my book, that was Drake basically just like when you fighting and somebody getting the best of you and you just throwing jabs, just trying to get them off of you. That's what I feel like that song was. And I feel like that was a miss. So right now, we're looking at the score being 2-4. 2-4. And I don't think Drake has anything left. I think Family Matters was all he had in the tank, if I'm being honest. If we just being real, I think that was his haymaker. And I feel like Kendrick ate it. I feel like Kendrick ate it and came back with two quick with a jab and a haymaker of his own. Not Like Us was a haymaker. Meet the Grams was just diabolical and disrespectful. It was like, oh my God. Like, I need y'all to really think and put this in perspective. Right now, people all over the world are dancing to Drake being called a pedophile. That's crazy to me. Now, I have my own beliefs about that because, you have to really actually prove that Drake is that. I don't really believe in putting that label on people without actually knowing that. But I mean, at the end of the day, Drake called him a wife beater too. So I mean, I guess it's fair game, right? Drake made fun of him being touched as a kid, right? Because that's what he talked about in his songs, right? Whether that was a character or whether that was just him, I really don't know. But that's Kendrick's business. But at the end of the day, he talked about that. And nobody's just gonna pay attention, and we're just gonna let that slide, right? The fact that, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. So I just think it's funny how these woke people just pick and choose. They pick and choose what's okay and what ain't. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story, because at the end of the day, what we looking at is it's one thing to say somebody is like messing with kids, and it's another thing to make fun of somebody for being like, being like molested as a kid. I mean, I'm just saying, you would think, right? You would think, but I'm not trying to make it about that. Like I said, it's just funny how people are. But at the end of the day, no matter how much these Drake stans wanna be mad and pretend, Drake took an L. He took an L. And it's not just, and to be honest, it's not just about him taking that L. It's about also just the things that he's been going through because of this beef. Like, did y'all, I mean, the thing, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe Drake is gonna, or maybe Drake has some more in the clip. We know Kendrick has more in the clip. Will he release it or not? He might just call it. I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is that if we were to end, if this were to end now and we were to never get another song, I think that we can objectively say that Kdot won this battle. And he did something that only he could do. It's only a big three, and J. Cole and Drake is best friends. So, I don't mean like best friends like that, but you know what I mean. But on that note, I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered, and I am signing out.